On tonight's show, Ash is live from the International Street Theatre Festival at Dubai Marina Promenade.
Top Indian comedian Nitin Marani joins us in the studio to tell us about the upcoming performance on April Fool's Day.
And do you have trouble sleeping? Well, our expert could have the solution to your sleepless nights.
There's all that, plus we check out an unusual art exhibition and top chef Paul DeVisser cooks live in our kitchen.
This is Studio One.
Live! Let's stay with performances, and our first guest is a stand-up comedian and actor whose solo show, Comic Sutra, is sold out in the Middle East, India, Hong Kong, and the Maldives.
Now he's brought his show back to Dubai for an April Fool's Day performance on, well, the 1st of April. Figure it out. He is, of course, the one and only Nitin Marani. Nitin, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. That was a great intro.
Well, you know, hours of research go.
Life is hard.
I mean, hours of research needed for you because you've had such a fascinating career. Obviously, Dubai has been home for you for well over 2 decades, best part of 3 decades now. Yeah. You've tried your hand at pretty much everything by your own admission, and now revered and acclaimed stand-up comedian. Do you think this is it? Is this the vocation?
No, this is just a start actually. And of course, like you mentioned, I've done pretty much everything possible in terms of career because, you know, being in Dubai for such a long time, stand-up comedy till almost 4 years back was not exactly a career option. You know, especially living in a place where it's full of expats. You ask them, okay, what do you think of comedy? And they say, listen, we're here to make money, not do comedy. You know, so the whole approach was different now, but you know, thanks to the government, thanks to the people, literally comedy is exploded here, and you know, it's amazing that you've got so many artists coming down.
I'd love to have been a little fly on the wall when that conversation was had with your parents. Mum, Dad, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian.
Yep. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite jokes is, I've said it before, but I say it again, is that my mum calls me up the other day and she says, what are you doing with your life? You know, your father is working in the bank, your brother is working in the bank, you're doing this comedy, shomedy. You know, people are laughing at you.
So that's the point, Mom.
That's the point. I hope so. And they're paying me too. So thank God for that.
All things considered, Nitin, do you think the UAE audience here is especially appreciative of your comedy routine?
Absolutely. I think UAE is one of my favorite audiences, simply because of the exposure I get. You know, I don't need to travel as much. Being in Dubai, you know, I get to meet people. I do a lot of observational humor, and most of the time when you do observational humor, you're talking about your experiences with people from different nationalities. Yeah. So I've got you know, friends who are Filipinos, Egyptians, Lebanese, and you know, I recently did something for the US Army being here. You know, so what happens in that case is, you know, the audience is first of all very open. A very intelligent audience, I'd say. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's absolutely, you know, not true. You know, as long as you're not offensive, as long as you're kind to the audience and the audience enjoys it, you know, that's a good way of doing things. And the good thing about doing comedy in Dubai is I've learned how to do I don't need to use a certain amount of language to be funny. I can be funnier without it. So I think Dubai, you know, hats off to Dubai and you know, for giving me such a great platform, you know, and it's been perfect. The journey's brilliant so far. And
it's a great platform. It's also throws up great material as well, doesn't it? Because you mentioned that observational humour, and with this cosmopolitan population that we live within, friends from all different backgrounds, it must have so many opportunities for you.
Absolutely. You know, it's hilarious to see two cultures, you know, trying to get a deal. Yeah. It's amazing. You know, both of them have their own opinions and, you know, ideas of trying to get a discount, and it's, you know.
Hey, listen,
amazing.
I want to know about the opportunity. I mentioned there are opportunities for your material, but opportunities for an individual. I mean, you starred in City of Life. You're not just a stand-up comedian, you're a movie star as well. How did that opportunity come about, and did it change your sort of outlook on what the opportunities that are open to you later on in life?
Well, I have a very small role. You make me sound really. I have a very small role in the movie, but when it's a funny experience. When I was shooting that movie, you know, I went in there, and of course I'm playing a Kashmiri taxi driver, and you know, I always knew that the role was quite small. So I went in there, and Ali Mustafa and the gang, they're fabulous people, and I had my own assistant. and
Nice.
I'm playing a taxi driver, and this guy would not let me do anything. So there was a scene where I'm supposed to, drive the taxi, and I'm sitting behind in a taxi driver's uniform, and there's a guy in front in a black t-shirt driving me. So you should
Are
see
you telling us you had a body double in the City of
not
Life?
a body double, but I just had somebody taking care of me. And you should have seen the look on people's faces on the streets when they see a taxi driver sitting behind and just a regular guy driving him around. So it was hilarious, and I didn't tell many people about it because I'm a little worried about the power of editing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let me keep quiet. But I was very happy. They placed the scene in a very nice,
was great.
during the climax of the movie,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people keep asking, what happened to the Kashmiri taxi driver? So
I still haven't seen it, Nitin. I have to check it out.
It's a
City of Life
fantastic
2,
movie.
it's all set up, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's back. He's back.
Okay.
The Kashmiri taxi driver strikes back.
All right, well, we'll stay tuned for more.
Absolutely.
So you're currently touring,
Yes.
right? So where can people catch your act in Dubai?
Well, Dubai, 1st of April, it's happening. First of all, I just want to tell you guys, 1st of April,
Yeah.
I've had an extremely hard time getting sponsors for the show. Because I call them up and I say, it's 1st of April, and they just hang up on me laughing. They say, listen, man, it's really funny. And I call back saying,
I'm
no,
serious.
I really need you to sponsor my show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's happening on the 1st of April at the Intercon Dubai Festival City. And it's a
Fantastic.
celebration. It's a day for humor. It's a day for comedy. And it's one day before the finals, the cricket finals. So
Oh,
you
yes.
need to de-stress yourself out.
Will
so
do,
that's-
indeed, I know.
That's my
I know that a number of people watching the semi-final with interest
Oh my
this
God.
evening, so
Oh my God.
I'll get updates throughout the evening, okay, and pass them
Absolutely.
on.
And as a matter of fact, if I don't get famous being a stand-up comedian, I'll get famous being the only Indian who has no interest in cricket. I don't know how that happened.
Nitin, it's been a pleasure. As always, nitinmarani.com is the website. Thanks so much for being with us. All the best.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Now, tonight, we've got 2 sets of tickets to Comic Sutra to give away to 2 of our lucky viewers out there. If you'd like to win, visit our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Studio One Live, and write, I want to see Nitin Marani. 2 winners will be chosen at random and announced tomorrow night.